We are the weirdos, mister.
I'm a wiener. Um, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a hardcore wiener. Hi, Janet. I'm really excited for myself right now because I can't believe it. Listen, the first order of business. Oh wait, hold on. Let me fix. There we go. First order of business. Well, there's two first orders. First is like, look at these earrings, so cute. The other order of business. We're not going to talk about my hair, okay? Listen. It's really hot out here and I cannot do nice things to my hair in this weather. I just can't. Anything I do will be destroyed in 3.5 seconds flat. First up, I always forget. I'm terrible at my job. So, yes, it's so hot. And speaking of how hot it is, I really want to give people like a true idea of like what's really happening out here in Texas. Like, Janet, I know you know, I don't think a lot of people really understand like the depth of the heat that we are experiencing, and may have seen some news stories. So first of all, obviously, I am not the mail carrier that passed away. I'm trying to use the language that the NTs use, which is passed away, not just died. I say died because that's what happened. But apparently it's more kind. I don't know. To say passed away, I guess people like that language better because it feels better in their spirit. But I'm not that carrier. I am kind of alive. I say kind of because we those of us who work here, like, we're not at all surprised when this happens. And that's like the saddest part about all of this, is that like none of us who are carriers are surprised. We're all just like, yeah, we know, like we know. So for a lot of people who don't know, like, first of all, everybody is not like, I'm very, very much lucky in that I am in a newer vehicle, the Mercedes vans. I have air conditioning, I have heat. So I get respite from this weather. The post office has not just like replaced all of the little hot boxes, the little metal ones. They have not replaced those. So anybody in those in this weather, even with the little fan, like most of us don't even want to turn the fan on. I've been in those in this kind of weather, and the fan actually just makes it worse. It's just like blowing this extremely hot air into your face. It's extremely uncomfortable. It makes it worse. You need to make sure you have sunglasses on too, because like if you have that stupid little fan on, it's blowing the hot air in your face. And also, extra fun facts, not only is it blowing the hot air into your face, it's burning your eyes. There's people who've gotten like burns on their eyes from those fans because it was so hot, and if they didn't have sunglasses on. But then also, so I do CBUs, which for those of you who don't know, if you've seen my little like vlogs or whatever on another channel, they're outside, and they're the little units that like sit outside of neighborhoods. And if you have apartments, they're there as well. And it's that whole set of units. You go, and I have like, you know, the key, and I unlock the whole thing, put your mail in. There was no requirements at all for those to be covered. So you're literally standing outside in direct sunlight for however long it takes you. Like, I'm in the rural side, so rural is a word that makes none of us sound smart, but I'm on that side, and you're literally just standing out there. If it's 116 degrees outside, you're standing out there in the direct sunlight getting pelted by the sun, and it doesn't matter how much protection you have on, how long your sleeves are, like the hats, all of that. It is so hot. We know they don't care about us. Like, they pretend to care. After someone passes away, they pretend to care, and they're like, hey, you know, here's some heat protection information to teach you how to take care of yourself in the heat. But realistically, one of the things that could definitely help that they don't do because they don't care to is starting significantly earlier, like having people in the office at 5:30 being able to case their route and having the packages and all of that ready to leave at 7 a.m., 7:30 at the latest, so that by the time the like real heat kicks in, we're off the street. But they're not going to do that. They're just going to keep telling us to have water and Gatorade and electrolytes. And fun fact, for those who don't understand heat, it doesn't matter how hot, like it doesn't matter how much you hydrate, you're still going to get the heat headache, which I get every time I'm in this. You also still have to be very, very careful about how much water and or Gatorade you are drinking, because it can still make you sick because you are hot and you are sweating and you don't feel great, because the sun is pelting you in the head. So it has been nightmarish. The temperatures we're experiencing right now are the temperatures that we experience in the dog days of summer, which is, late August, early September. And that's what gives us hope. We know that summer is almost over, but now we don't. They don't do it because they don't care. Like CBUs, I think were really just put into place because they wanted to pay us less because they thought it would be faster. But then they took on Amazon, and we all have all these large parcels that have to go to the door. So we're all having to go to the door anyway. And so the whole thing was like, oh, what we're going to do is we're going to put CBUs because there's a bunch of addresses in there, and they can do more addresses faster. And it's just not true, because all of literally all like things like what we call full coverage, which means any kind of advertisement that goes to every single address. Like if I have, let's say 70 addresses in one set, I have to go through each of those, and I have to go through the boxes multiple times. So it takes a long time, and you're standing outside even longer. And not even that has been suspended. The fact that they don't even have require that these CBUs have covering, just like a shield. So, you, the customer, number one, you're not getting wet mail. You're not getting mail when it rains. You're not getting mail that's just obliterated. We can't sit out there and wait. They're like, oh, we deliver in the rain, which makes sense when you're doing curbside, when you're riding right up to somebody's mailbox and popping it in. But standing outside, all your stuff's getting wet. And we're told oh no, you just have to deliver it. Who cares? So there's not a lot of thought or care into it. So it's really hot, and tomorrow's going to be worse. And it sucks. I think I'm going to see if I can try to get some liquid IV, I think is something that I can try. It has been miserable. Every time I'm out there, I'm just oh my God, it's so hot. Monday was the worst for me so far. It takes at least a half hour or more at each CBU. Yes, it does. And that is on some of the bestest days, but it does take at least that long. So and then in my first neighborhood, the drive to the next CBU it depends on how I'm doing it. It depends on if I decide to drop off large parcels first at the door, and if I have any certifieds that require a signature. But it's barely 5 minutes to get to the next one. So I'm literally just sitting in there. I finished my route on Monday around 6 p.m. I would have been finished at 4, but basically I took time to hydrate and cool off and not get a piercing migraine that would make it impossible for me to see, because I'm heat intolerant, and that kind of heat is not good for me. So I just have to kind of just be there and be drinking water and whatnot. Typically I don't drink on a day that I'm gonna go to work. Tomorrow it's gonna be hellish. But I'm just I'm tired, and I just want to relax. I slept through my appointments today. I went, I come home, I change, and I just ass out on the couch. I wake up at 3:00 in the morning because of that. I'm sure there are people who will be oh, what can we do to help? Number one, all your Amazon packages that you're ordering, if you don't have a table outside your door, please get one. Please. This job is hard enough. If you know that you are one of those people that just order shit nonstop, and it's not just Amazon, you just order everything online, and don't be upset. I'm one of those people too, but I have a table sitting outside my door, and I live in apartments. I have a table sitting outside my door. It's also helpful for food delivery, because I don't really like to make contact with people as much as possible. But please get a table, a small table that you can set outside your door, so that your carriers, it's not just mail carriers, it's UPS, it's FedEx, it's everybody who delivers to you, can just set it on that table. It's so nice. 4 CBUs just at my small subdivision. There's a lot of time in the direct sun starting at 11 a.m. Yeah. And because Mondays are heavier days, I didn't get out of the office until like 11:30 or so, I feel like. Because we also still have to do like the advos that go out every Tuesday. So it was just kind of nightmarish. And I really feel bad for my sub today because I know it's hot as shit. I just took Bo out. It's kind of a nightmare. So I would just ask, like, if you order a lot of shit online, like the rest of us, put out a fucking table, okay? Just put out like a small table where your packages can go so that people don't have to bend as much. Yes, I know we signed up for this job. I know that there are people saying, well, you signed up for this job. And that's a bad attitude to have, because if everybody switched and got a different job, then who's going to deliver all your shit, okay? Like, always remember that. When you're in your mind being like, you could have gotten a different job. It's like, yeah. But if we all did that, then it would be like the restaurant industry currently is right now, which is woefully understaffed. And then all y'all in your little fiefdoms don't like it. I did not pass away in the deadly Texas heat. The working conditions suck. They do not care. My office doesn't even have an ice machine. And when my PM, my postmaster, tried to order an ice machine, do you know what they said? The post office no longer purchases ice machines. We're like, what the fuck? It's 115 degrees here. What the fuck do you mean? You don't purchase ice machines? Like, it's so hot. We're literally dying out here. And y'all just like, we don't buy ice machines. Okay. All right. We don't make enough money to buy bags of ice every single day, like dead ass. Like, I remember when those little bags used to be 79 cents and they're almost $4 a bag now. So it's just like, it's just like this living nightmare, but it'll be all right. I'm going to make it. I just need to start getting some more different things to help with my hydration. I can't really do Gatorade by itself. I have to like mix it with water because Gatorade and Powerade are both super sweet to me. Too much sugar, which is weird because I love gumballs, like rainbow gumballs, but yeah. Also, that is the shit that pisses me off. They're passing out heat protection pamphlets, but not paying for any of the heat protection supplies, period. They do give us that little cloth, the cool cloth that you dip in cold water. That has been helpful. I have 2 of those that say, post office on them. And I just put them in my ice cold cooler and I trade them out between stops. And I keep them like on my actual skin. And I'm hoping for the best. I wear shorty shorts. I don't care if they have something to say about my shorty shorts. We can fight about it later because I'm heat intolerant. And the more, it's weird, but the more exposure that I have, like I have long sleeves on my arms so that I don't get burned. But for me, like the more my skin that's exposed, it means that it can like air out for me as opposed to like wearing like my longer shorts that I normally wear. Yeah. Like, no, not even an ice machine. So it has been a nightmare. As such, let me formally welcome all of the patrons and channel members to the summer of streaming. See, I'm losing my voice. It's literally from being outside in the heat. I wish I was kidding, but like this is from being out in the heat.